All right, let's review these congruent triangles. We first talked about the sandwich project, and essentially you weren't going to be given the entire information to create these sandwiches. You were going to be given three parts of the information, whether it was angles or sides, and then you had to create them. You had to create them correctly so we could identify which theorem, which information, if I gave you a side, 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 or if I gave you side, or angle, side, angle, which one created the congruent triangles, and then that we'd be able to test our theorem that way. So based on that activity, then we did a conclusion. These were the four that made congruent triangles: SSS, side, 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 side angles, side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, and angle, angle, side. So I'm gonna have you copy this. I'll start zooming here. When we talk about congruent triangles, we're talking they make the exact same triangle. It's the same side length, the same angles, and here are the theorems. So you may need to pause it. The tallies and all the angle marks are really, really important. They're not just things that I wanted to draw on there. They all matter. So here we've got a tally, one tally. So I label S for that one, two tallies, label S, and then 3, 3. These would be 3 markings because they both have them. If this didn't have one tally, I wouldn't put an S there for both of them. Side, angle, side means you've got a side and angle between them and then another side. The order does matter. If this angle was over here, it would be something completely different. Okay, you notice one tally, one arc, one arc. Angle, side, angle. The side is in between the both angles. Notice this has one arc, this has one arc. The order again matters. This tally could not be over here. That would not be the same thing. That'd be angle, side, angle. Angle, angle, side means you have two angles and then a side. So make sure you're paying attention to all the tally marks, all the angle arcs. This is an arc, so we put an A by it. You only label A or S. A is for the angle, and S is when it has a tally, like this. All right, pause if you need to. This is page 68. SSS is side, side, side. I made 8 boxes here, 2 rows, 4 columns. This is SSS, side, side, side. Here on this one, I colored this one so you can see that there are 2 triangles here. We have the one tally, S there. Then in yellow, these are S's. This orange one, they share the same side, so it's going to be congruent. This would be a non-example when you didn't have like the third side and they didn't tell you any information for the third side. SAS, word 70, angle, side, angle. Here, it wasn't labeled, but right here, I've got vertical angles. They're the kissing birds from first 6 weeks. Excuse me. We've got side, angle, side, angle, side. This would be different because this would be side, side, angle. The angle marking would have to be here so that you would have the angle between the congruent sides. Okay. And then we've got ASA, angle, side, angle. We've got an angle here, one mark here. The sides are the same because they share the same side, and then these have the same arcs. Here, I only have side angle, that's not enough. If you have one of these where it's perpendicular, you've got 90 degrees, it may not show you the other box here, but 180 degrees minus 90 would give you 90, so this would also have to be 90. And then they share the side here. All right, make sure you have that. And that's all. Oh no, there's one more. So those are the 4 congruency. 71. CPCTC stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So corresponding parts means that they're matching, they're in the same order. So if they told you ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, A and D are in the first place. So that means that they're congruent, B and E are congruent, and C and F are congruent. Okay, and then it would be the same thing for the segments. A and B, AB would be congruent to DE. The order matters, and that's what they're trying to tell you when they write it this way. You can't just write it in any order. It has to be in this order. That's how they're telling you what's congruent and what's not. So corresponding means that they're matching. They already know that the triangles are congruent. So if they're the same triangle, angle A of this triangle and angle D of the triangle are also going to be the same because they're the exact same triangle. That's what CPT is.